What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks, and we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the WNBA player props for this Tuesday, August 19th WNBA slate. Didn't have a WNBA slate for Monday. Again, we did that MLB video. That one ended up not cashing, unfortunately. Shohei is still playing, but the pitcher, unfortunately, already did miss his goblin line even. So, again, kind of just unlucky that he wasn't able to hit a minus 400 play. But again, haven't done an MLB video in a while. And if you guys have been telling the WNBA picks, the last two WNBA videos, we've currently been on a 4-0 run. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys 3 WNBA player props. Hopefully, by the end of today, this Tuesday slate, we could go on a 7-0 run. Really like the value, a lot of good games to choose from. So before we get in those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, we do not charge for picks or anything. So again, if you guys would like to support me for all the free content, daily free content and everything, again, best way you guys can do that is just dropping that like right quick down below. It would be much appreciated. Little recap on the last two WNBA videos if you guys haven't been staying tuned with the channel. As you guys can see, we gave you guys that Natasha Cloud play for Saturday. Sunday, we gave you guys Alyssa Thomas and Derek Hamby. So again, they've been going crazy doing their things, and again, been on a nice little 4-0 WNBA run. So let me know if you guys been telling those ones. We're back on WNBA. And if you guys are new to the channel, we just partnered with Parlay Play. It's a new sports betting app, similar to PrizePicks. If you guys would like to try it out, make sure you use my promo code LodgeLocks right here. You get a $5 free game and a $100 deposit match. Again, $5 free game. You don't have to put any of your money down. So as long as you download it, use that code. Again, you could just play a free game without having to do anything. So pretty good offer right there. For you guys, I recommend taking that. But without further ado, we're going to go to hopper the props for Tuesday. As you guys can see, pretty good slate. A lot of games to choose from. I believe, what is this, a 5-gamer? And then Wednesday, it's 1-gamer, but we have a really good matchup. So again, make sure to subscribe with those post notices to get notified right whenever we drop the Wednesday video. Again, there should be a lot of good opportunities, especially for betting with the over and under of 180, which we typically do not see on PrizePicks. So again, make sure you guys are staying tuned for that Wednesday video. But we're going to be giving you guys two players from Minnesota Lynx versus Liberty. This one should be a pretty good matchup. They've gone against each other a lot recently. Minus over and under in total points is 165.5. So again, nothing crazy, but the spread on this game is minus 2.5. So it should be pretty close, competitive. And then we're going to be giving you guys a player from the Phoenix Mercury versus Golden State Valkyries. Should be a pretty solid game right here as well. So with that being said, our player of the day today's video, we're going to rock with Alyssa Thomas over her first half fantasy score at 21. If we look at her last 10 games, she's gone well over this line every single time. Now, I feel like this line is pretty low considering, again, her first half. Now, this one has a chance of being a blowout. So, again, that's why I'm taking the first half fantasy score instead of her normal line. Again, last 10 games, she's gone just so crazy to start the game. Been doing her thing easily. Points, blocks, steals, rebounds, like everything. She's been doing it all. Now we have a matchup against the Valkyries, who are nothing special. They're like middle of the barrel ranked throughout on points, rebounds, and assists allowed. So again, as long as she's not turning over the ball a lot, which does hurt fantasy score, which typically hasn't been the last 10 games. Again, she's been going against a decent amount of competition, like Atlanta, for example. They're one of the best defenses in the league. New York Liberty, even Seattle, her last game, she had almost 28 fantasy score. Again, all those teams are very solid defensively on forcing turnovers and everything, and she still managed to have 25 plus. So again, her last 10 games, she hasn't had no lower than barely lower than 25, but majority of the games she's been averaging around that 26 mark, and we have her line at 21 right here. And her resume against this team, they've played each other, like last month. Again, I feel like her correlation back then doesn't really do her justice. She went on a little stretch right here where I believe, this was one of the teams. But ever since this little bad stretch that she had, they were just against tough teams, Valkyries, Minnesota Lynx, and then Atlanta Dream. Despite that, she's been bouncing back, doing her thing, and just going crazy within the last 10 games. She did manage to cover her normal points line right here. I'm pretty sure her fantasy score, she covered her total games. But again, she just had a rough start. But I'm expecting another good one out of her to bounce back, especially from that last head-to-head. Again, they key on different players depending on the last matchup and everything, and just on top of her recency. Again, more than likely, 21 is a lot low, or is just way too low in my opinion. So we're gonna be rocking with this one as our player of the day in today's video. Do not got much else to explain on this play other than I feel like this one, again, the line is just, you can't take the value, or you can't not take the value at 21. So we're gonna be rocking with that one. Alyssa Thomas, 21 first half PRA. Where is it at? We'll just type it in. Alyssa Thomas, 21 first half. I'm definitely expecting this one to get bumped up in the near future. So again, for you guys, I'd recommend taking this one right now that we have it at 21. And then our second player in today's video on the other side, or on the other game, We're going to be rocking with Natasha Cloud over her first half PRA. Love this line for her last 10 games. She's covered this line 7 out of 10. Now, this is a matchup against Minnesota Lynx. Obviously, they're ranked number 1 in both points and assists allowed, which she thrives in. But this team loves to key on the best players, like the best scorers on their whenever they go against opposing teams. So for Liberty, whenever we look at their head-to-heads recently, they've loved to key on Sabrina and Jonquil Jones. So again, that leaves a lot of opportunities for Natasha Cloud. Against point guard specifically, they give around 40 a game, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists a game. So again, obviously they're ranked number 1 in pretty much every area, but still got a total of 40 points. And against this team, she's gone crazy, and majority of her PRA does actually end up coming in the first half alone. She sees an average of 15 minutes a game. I forgot to mention on the player of the day, Alyssa Thomas. She's been averaging around 17 minutes in the first half alone. There's 20 minutes in the whole first quarter. So again, not really worried on her minutes right there. Again, her right here averaging 75+% of the first half alone she's going to be playing. And 9 PRA, I feel like it's just too low. Again, this matchup, they tend to block down their opposing best players, especially their scorers, which definitely leaves opportunities for Natasha Cloud to go crazy. And her resume speaks for itself. So far this season, she's covered well over her line every single time in all their head-to-heads, and 2 of them were so recent, both August 10th and 16th. 15 and 14. Her first matchup ended up having 14. So again, their game plan is pretty much the same throughout. It's been working a lot of the games. They won, their last 3 games against them. So I feel like they're definitely not going to, or Minnesota Lynx is not going to switch it up and just, again, key on Sabrina and Jonquil Jones. Again, leaving Natasha Cloud open yet another game. Obviously, if it's broke, they're not going to fix it. Again, 3 out of 3 so far against them. So I feel like the same defensive scheme and everything should be the same. I was debating on putting this one as the player of the day. Again, like the value, same as much as Alyssa Thomas. But again, Alyssa Thomas's last 10 games really can't make that up. Although not really like a last 5 type of guy. But the matchup and everything is pretty good in my opinion as well. So should be a pretty solid one. So we're going to be rocking with Natasha Cloud as our second player on today's video over that first half PRA. And then our last and final player on today's video, we're going to be rocking with a goblin line. We're going to be looking at, what is that? Kayla McBride over her points line at 9.5. Her normal line's at 15 that she needs to cover. So again, 5 under her normal line. Again, that's a good portion, 1/3 lower. Again, crazy discount. Now she's going against New York Liberty. This one, again, the game is minus 2.5 spread. So it should be down to the wire competitive. And her line that she only needs to cover 10 points. Against opposing guards, New York Liberty has been so bad defensively this season, ranked 9th, a bottom 4 defense in the whole WNBA. Give around a total of 44+ points a game. So again, at least 25% of that should definitely go to Kayla McBride, 10 points. Again, that should definitely be an easy line for her last 10 games. She's covered this line 9 out of 10. The only game where she wasn't able to cover was against one of the best teams defensively in the league, especially against opposing guards with the Atlanta Dream. But outside of that, she's been just doing her thing. Last 5 games alone, she's been averaging like around 18+ a game, and her minutes have been well in the last 4, 22, 34 and 33. So again, definitely been solid. Her shot attempts have been solid as well in her last 10 games, averaging 11.4 shot attempts, shooting 43%. And again, she's shooting over her actual line that she needs to cover. More than likely, she's going to be able to get those for us. And then Kayla McBride has actually been one of the go-to players for the Liberty team on the road within the recent games, averaging 18 points in the last 5 games on the road. Again, she only needs 10, so averaging 8 over her actual line. And then if we look at New York Liberty against opposing guards within the last 10 games, the guards have 7 of the last 10 guards have been able to cover. And if we look at the players that haven't, they're typically like not known scorers, like just the dominant scorers on their teams, like Jackie Young, Julia, and then Courtney Williams. She's kind of off and on, an inconsistent player. But if we look at similar players like her, for example, Kayla McBride, she had 17 last matchup. So again, was able to cover her normal line against 7 over her line that she needs to cover right here. And her resume against this team speaks for itself. Her last 12 head-to-heads, she's covered this line 92% of the time, going 11 out of 12. Last 3 head-to-heads, 24, 18, and 17. Again, the 2 most recent ones, which have literally been within this last week and a half, 18 points and 17 points, 12 shot attempts, 14 shot attempts. And even when she shot 21%, she was getting to the free throw line and was able to convert on just those alone. So again, the odds on this one should be in our favor. Obviously, it's a goblin line for a reason. More than likely, she's going to be able to cash rush, just like throw this one in there for an extra payout boost. Again, on other sports books, it's currently minus 800, minus 600, pretty much all around the board. So should be pretty freebie one in my opinion. And it is Taco Tuesday. If you guys like to just do that safe double up method on PrizePicks where you find an easy goblin and then just pair it with a free taco that you guys believe should just have a great chance of hitting, again, I would definitely recommend taking Kayla McBride, pairing it with it. Put 25, which is the max on it, and you win $50. Again, a free $25 profit right there. So Kayla McBride over that 9.5 points is going to complete the video for this Tuesday, August 19th WNBA slate. So again, player of the day, Alyssa Thomas, 21 fantasy score. Second player, Natasha Cloud, 9 first half PRA. Alyssa Thomas first half as well. And then Kayla McBride finally over that 9.5 goblin points line. So again, nice little, what is that, 3.5x payout. Put in $20, win $70, $50 profit easily. Again, I believe all of these ones should have a great chance of hitting. You guys mix and match these however you guys want to, or tail shred up. Again, I feel like this is a nice safe little 3-man for us as long as this New York Liberty and Minnesota game is close, and Alyssa Thomas, more than likely in the first half, she should come out strong and do her thing. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys in today's video. Again, please drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It'd be much appreciated. Make sure you guys join that free Discord. Link is down below in the description of this video. Again, got college football, NFL football right around the corner. So we're going to be having all 4 sports going on at the same time. So again, definitely going to be having a lot more content in there down below. But that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.